Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Lewis to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Overton. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. It's Jefferson. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. The Tigers are on the move. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their conference.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
He'll keep it himself. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the run, it's Overton. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Lewis wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Overton. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for a big gain. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down. To stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The sure hands, it's Love. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Finds his man. It's Clark. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. On the ground, it's Overton. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Might as well stick with him. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state. And bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Lewis to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going deep. He's got it along the sideline. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face and he lets it fly. Nothing to do with the football and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he could do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Makes the catch. It's Jefferson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. Off-play action. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. There he goes. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This quarterback part of their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. And it'll be down right there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He wants to change this route. Lewis wants to pass. With the catch, it's Overton. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Finds a man on the right. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Wants to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. The official says no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the heat. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him this time. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Gives it on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's locked. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the 1st half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Lewis to throw. Flips it out on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Jefferson. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the... He had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And some room to work. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Austin. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the 2nd half, and Clemson will kick it away. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And he was on his way, gets it all the way to the 38.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
On the option. He'll toss it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The give out of the gun. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's locked. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He's got it down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field, they had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Lewis wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Overton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking for space. It's Overton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness gracious, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Overton. On the move at the 30. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the mark. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest day.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And this running back quarterback is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bob. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On third down, he drops to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
The kick is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
This quarterback has got a ton of speed. It doesn't just help him running the football, but it helps him in the passing game too. You just saw right there how he was able to use that speed and athleticism to buy himself time to at least give him an opportunity.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid turning it on. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusive.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Smashes through the tackle. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Good, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 35 to Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count.
Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Lewis to throw. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Took a shot as he threw. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working that left side now. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That gives him now a 7-point lead here in the final period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Pulls it and fires to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Might be changing the route. Lewis wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Overton. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this 1st down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Power football with the run. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. South Carolina did a lot of throwing